What is up? You're watching a hard carry man game player in OSRS with a daily show on YouTube and some weekday streams on Twitch. Today we're streaming on a weekend, a little bonus stream. And if you're interested in getting better at old school, I invite you to subscribe to the channels, come along for the ride with me. We're doing a hard mode top learner raid with a bit of mixed proficiency actually. I wouldn't say it's all learners. In this raid, we've got Deus Iron on 203 KC on the North Freeze roll, Saitama-sama on the range roll, 31 KC, X1, X2 going for their 10th KC, and Mr. Strokums joining us on the melee roll at 125 KC. And I am taking over the mage roll, South Freeze roll for this run. For Maiden, let's go ahead and get the little video playing here. For Maiden, if you've been attacked twice in a row, you're going to step away to give aggro to someone else. If you get it 3 times or more in a row, you're going to take extra damage. If you're freezing, you're going to freeze tomatoes so long as it does not make you late for the crabs. Make sure you're able to attack on the first tick when those crabs are spawning. For all those crabs, unlike normal mode, we want to kill them all the way dead because if they reach her, she attacks faster. It makes the room really hard. And for 30s, we stay on boss to skip. We'll use damage specs like claws right away, and if the crab's are about to leak, you could do a last ditch Chalice spec right before they would leak. For the North Freeze roll, you're going to be freezing North 1, then North 2, then South 3, and then all the 4s. We freeze South 3 to catch everything in the clump. All the 3s will spawn every time in hard mode. For once you finish freezing, you'll freeze some tomatoes, and then you'll kill the North 1, North 2 if they're still alive, and then you'll kill the clump if the clump's still alive. After all that, you can get back on boss. That's Deus Iron. For Saitama-sama, you're on the range roll. You're going to Scythe South 1 until it's dead when crabs spawn. Stand 5 tiles from the clump and throw chins at the clump on medium fuse until the clump is dead, and then you'll get back on boss. For our melee rolls, that's X1, X2, and Mr. Strokums. You'll Scythe North 1, then North 2 until they're both dead, and then get back on boss. Any questions, ask away. Otherwise, you can type R in game if you're ready to pot. If you're in Twitch chat and you want to be on this screen for the video, redeem some R's, a couple channel points, and then you'll pop up on the left there. Who's all rooting these guys on? Let's see.
I hope I didn't bring followers. Is Canadian there?
Is Canadian there? I don't know if Canadian's there. I potted though. I'm in there. You're rooting them? Where's the R's?
Root myself.
Redeem the R's. I redeemed an R. I'm ready. It's 1 cabbage. Brewburst is hardcore already. 10 cabbages. Foster
Have you
Class
noticed my
hardcore.
KC down up a little bit?
Go ahead and drop your salve and nothing else to gate here. Those of you watching, you'll notice I've got like a little mini me in the top right. I'm blowing glass in my iron while we do this, so hopefully it's not too distracting. We'll see. If you use autocast, make sure it's set. Someone's got their pet with them. Hopefully Vorky stays alive. Ranger with me, everyone else on the north. Spam click to go in. Someone brought Olm with them. Holy. We got a little pet right here. I should have brought mine. I would have brought Maiden into Maiden. Make sure you're mauling on the first tick. I saw someone did maul a bit late there. 0 defense on Maiden. Mage gear should be on. I'll blow some glass on this side here. It looks like you were late for 4s. I did not catch that you were late. Maybe blowing glass instead of paying attention to my north freeze timings might not be ideal. Make sure you're swapping tank out between swings. You cannot hit the tomatoes X1, X2. They are invincible. Just stay on boss. Mage gear on, all ground, get ready to freeze. North freeze is on time. Try not to be scything, especially close to procs. It'll make it very difficult for you to get in your mage gear, get your ground, get your freeze off. I'll freeze 4s. Stay on boss's 30s, guys. Stay on boss's 30s. Remember, we skipped 30s. Get a chally off if you can. Out we go. Eat your angler, grab your salve. You know, I gotta blow like 5,000 glass my Iron Man to get to get 93 crafting here. I'm so close. I'm so close, so I've just been like pumping that out on this side. For bloat, he turns more often in hard mode. Just make sure you don't overextend. You're really patient. If you do like doing these little pre-fires, some people like doing them in their duos. To only do the first one in hard mode. You can do more in normal mode. You can do up to 3, I believe. But in hard mode, he turns early. After the 16th tick, he's eligible to turn, which is why we don't chase for that second bow shot, because we would actually be at risk then. Getting a molten glass going here. He's down. South side bolt's closer running a corner. Last hit, get out. While you're loading, try not to tank the stomps. And don't flinch in hard mode unless you're really comfortable with the content, you're trying to go really fast. The loss of dying at bloat, when you look at the points of the chest, you get fewer points in hard mode, Tom. So if you end up dying at the chest, you're absolutely cooked on supplies. So you don't want that. Backy turn, don't overextend. Again, using your left hand to turn the camera, right hand to do all your movements. Makes things go a little bit smoother. I'll go demo a flinch here if it's eligible for one. Now pay attention to the hand dropping time. I also see no teammates are below 15 HP, so I'm not worried about calling off people to heal. As long as they have their range prone, they will be fine. And I assume everyone's keeping their range prone. You walk on the wall, run around the corner, backy turn. Make sure you're very intentional and not standing on the actual corners. You always manually run around the corners. That way, if you do get caught by a hand there, you're not in a bad spot. He turned again. Down. The on the west side of blow is closest to the exit here. Gonna be quick into the next room. We are measured on total time in hard mode, Tom. So want to be quick between rooms. Time between rooms is relevant. Go ahead and grab one shark from the chest. Equip your melee amulet, drop your salve, and grab one shark. Then into the next room. For this room, I'll take all the pre-fires for mage roll. Deus Siren, if anything makes it into the room, you'll mage those. Saitama-sama, you'll be on range roll. You're going to be ranging the whole time. On wave 10, when that first demi spawns, you are instead going to be throwing some chins at the outside of the room. Do not participate in the first demi. X1, X2, you've got the left. Strokums, you've got the right. That's east and west, respectively.
Got it.
Make sure you're potted, especially melee pot on every roll. Going to be potted so that we have good damage when that demi falls down. No limp scythes on the demi, please. Beautiful. Saitama, get ready to throw chins. Everyone else, melee your scythe, and then Charlie. Focus the inside of the room, North Freeze. Focus the inside of the room. Oh,
Open
clear
up the
anything on
room.
those pillars. Some bad RNG with my hits there. I'm gonna save a lot of pillar health by attacking that, so I went for it. A2 Must is an important pre-fire. I'm always gonna be landing it. It's an aggro, ends up under the demi boss. People end up challenging it. Not great when that happens. Melee Garon, Scythe, and Shelly.
Yeah.
We're doing a range rotation here, hitting a couple of the range pre-fires. You can see my rangers got a lot inside the room to hit. Make sure you're not barraging on North Freeze roll. Make sure you don't overlay our barrages. We'll end up both
Okay.
losing 5 ticks when that happens. Ignore the big guy in the middle. We'll get him after the rooms all clean up. Look at pillar health as well. Focus the lowest health pillar first. Just zoom out, look at pillar health. Bottom left is pretty low, top left is pretty low. Right side is very healthy. So go ahead and rotate over to whichever side is lowest. Make sure it stays clean and healthy. This group's got a little proficiency, I believe. So I think we're going to do 2 pile here for Nihilobus. Make sure you're above 85 HP. Brew up if you're below it. Brew up Saitama, brew up Mr. Strokins. Gonna be taking a little damage at Nihilobus here. You sip resource, sip super combat, potcher the range pot Mr. Saitama. Potcher. Everyone will be standing here except the North Freeze. They'll be joining me over here. And we do not move. We do not move. We will be swinging hard the entire time. Make sure you're avenging. There's avenge. Don't be moving.
Don't move.
Oh, sorry.
Yep. For
This is the
2
first
pile, we
one
stay
doing
still.
this.
Yeah, for 2 pile, we just stay still and we swing hard. You technically could move. It's just like the whole point is to gain the ticks back. So you're able to fill with blowpipes between your on your range phases. Looks like the range potcher didn't go off for me. Ah, well. A little yellow click. That's not good. Make sure you're above 29 HP. Don't be chancing it. Some people getting quite low there. In the next room. Not too bad. We basically trade a little bit of health for speed when we do a 2 pile like that. You want to be above 85 HP. It's roughly how much damage you can take on a pretty average Nihilobus. I'll be 1-2, Dave Siren 1-3, Saitama 2-3, X1, X2 Phil, Mr. Strokums will be the backup. I forgot they changed top QL. I can turn this plugin back on. You get there first, it's your spot. Where's my Vectel theme? Inferno. There we go. I was trying to fix my plugin. Hopefully everyone's staying potted. I'm not potted. No. Keep swinging. We'll skip the vault. Awesome. Do your part of the mason you're connected to at bottom of orbit on the inside, Mr. Strokum. Stay on the 3rd row until everyone has left you behind. Go for it. Go for it. Two should have their maul on. Myself and Saitama here. That's my spec wasn't on. That was almost tragic. Little 118 chip. Make sure you're venting as well.
Somebody send a second spec. Alright.
The only person to be specking is the backups next to him, Mr. Strokums.
Missed.
It's under defense. We're good. Don't spec anymore.
Oh, I can't. What the Yo, he turned my prayer off for like 9 seconds.
It'll turn off for 4 ticks, but if you get hit by another one, it'll stay off. Sometimes he's cruel like that.
That's insane.
Biggest tip I have for Soda is just be watching the person across from you all the time. You'll notice I'm waiting in this 3rd row until my teammates left the 3rd row. I don't want to spawn the tornado on the inside for him, which is why we path like that. Make sure you connect your part of the maze to your teammates. Go 1 tile north at the end of any maze. I'll just demo an off on 3 there. Off on 3 basically is like a thing about leaving the soap maze. If you leave on that specific tick related to the instance when you enter, there's a plugin that tracks it for you. It's called Top QL. Make sure you recover S2 X2. Ah, unlucky. To get the ball if it's on you. Oh my, it's going off into the grandstands.
I'll take it.
You can do that ticky right when he throws the neck back. I'm pretty sure you can cast Vengeance from the grandstands as well. Not on us, but on yourself. Make sure you're doing that.
I just killed myself. I didn't. I'm
Hey, I
alive.
can. I can also cast Cure Plant from here.
Pure plant. Okay. Little claw scratch. Accidental claw
Oh,
scratch.
last second Strokens.
Overdid it.
We go. Make sure you put your offhands on, so that'd be staff and shield. Make sure you drop potions at the chest so people get to count them if they need them. Don't drop them early like that, otherwise people can't use them. The chest, always buy your stamp first, then buy restores until you've got 3 things that restore prayer in your inventory. Then you'll buy brews. If you have extra points, you can buy and drop brews for your teammates. If you have extra points, you can buy and drop sharks. I'll go ahead and drop some brews and sharks on the ground. Fill your inventory up. Don't go in empty-handed. There's also a brew on the ground there. See someone grab 2 sharks, which means someone didn't grab the brew who could have grabbed the brew.
Alright, grab the brew too.
I grabbed everything. He's hungry. Quick into the next
I am.
room. Do you want to make time? And we go. Always enter from the center. If the second one spawns in your quadrant, I will hold it until you can take over. If it's in the middle like that, whoever gets there first gets it. Make sure you centralize in your quadrant after your exhumes. Take over when you can, Saitama. Take over, take over. Take over when you can. X1, this is yours. Saitama, that's yours. Steuses, he got there first. Next one, Strokums. Is this Saitama's?
So do I start here, like, or do I start over
You
here?
should start east or west,
Um.
always. You should never start north or south,
Oh,
except
okay. Okay.
sometimes in duos. Um, and that's to do with the random splats being a thing in duos. Never double maul. I see 2 people double mauled. Those last 2 mauls reduced almost no defense. Someone has a BGS, they should have instead scythe BGS. Escape swing. The reason we want to start east or west, by the way, is it makes your pathing around the corners favorable. Awesome. Stay in your quadrants, swing when he looks away, and then take your hands off the mouse. When he looks away, X1, X2.
When he looks away. He was looking away, in all fairness.
He likes
But
eye
that was after.
contact.
You know what? Yeah.
Saitama and Mr. Strokums, if you wanted to, if you notice there's a 5-man raid, and you see on the same tick like that, what you can do is between swings, go to your teammate's quadrant and keep swinging. Don't lose any ticks doing it. And that'll make it so the 5th person can simply join your quadrant instead of needing to sync with someone, reducing the risk in the raid. Organize your inventory at this point. Make sure you've got things where you want it to drop it for the next room. If you're low on supplies from a super combat standpoint, you can pod at the end of P1 rather than now. Grab the staff if you have space. I do see someone has space in Party Hub here on the right.
Just for Saitama, you got space? Oh,
Go,
perfect.
go, go.
Oh yeah, I just ate the shark. Okay.
Drop yourself near quadrant. Wherever you were at So, it's where you are at Zarpus. It's where you are at P2. It's where you're at for yellows. Keep that in mind. Stay here. Fight is starting in 3, 2, 1, go. Saitama pick up the west pillar. Spec while heading east. People left early there. Missed the whole swing. X1, X2, it's yours. Pick up the pillar. Spec while heading west. Stroke comes, you're up. Pick up the west pillar. Spec while heading east. Or heading east. I said, what did I say, west?
You said east.
I'm up. The big spec. Deosan, you're up. Pull up, swing hard. Don't waste a spec, don't waste a spec. If you're about to spec there, Saitama, think about it, it was 0.1%. Might not be effective use of the spec. Make sure you Sandfew here, block out the poison.
Nah.
Avoid the crabs. Then we turn blue, you can sang them. Avoid the crabs, avoid the crabs. They'll always be green and then blue. Good job putting the blowpipe on, trying to take care of that crab. Saitama, brew up though, you're 51 HP. Don't swing at 51, be above 85 when you're swinging on Verzik. XOXU, same thing, brew up, brew up, brew up. Make one mistake, you will be dead, it's not worth it. If you have vengeance, venge a teammate. I could take a venge, Saitama can take a venge, or I could take a venge. I have to SBS freeze. Struggles, brew up.
Yeah, I tried to do too much there.
Move and brew. Brew up Strokums, you're still 50 HP. Restore up Super Combat, get that 118 back.
Jesus Christ. Alright, Lucky.
Mage per on. Beautiful. Awesome. I keep swinging here. Do a little 118 check. Stroke comes restore super combat. Oops. Everyone's 118 now. Fantastic. Last swing here. Remember, for P3, clean tanking is what carries P3. Do your best to tank cleanly. Try not to cause two melees. It's on Deusaren. Good luck. After 4 attacks here, we'll throw the Sangs on. We'll hit the crabs and they turn from green to blue. When they're blue, we swing. The tick that they turn blue, we can also attack. Sangs on. Position for webs. Get ready for webs, guys. Get ready for webs. Make it to webs. Position towards webs. Position towards webs. Alright, now we go to webs. Everyone's on. Fantastic. We're going to keep swinging here. We're going to proc NATOs during webs unless something goes horribly wrong. Probably on the east here. If you know Pog Tank out of webs, what you do is you simply claw north, you run to the corner, then you run through, then you attack. Claws on. Run to the corner, run through, attack. Oh, nice try. Awesome. Remember where your yellows are. Lure your NATO far away. Take your yellows the last second. Three ticks between yellows. 4, 5, 6 under attack.
from my loud.
Nice try, Mr. Strokums. 6 ticks after yellows is the lethal tick. You'll be stepping under on that tick if you time it from when she starts moving. Watch your chat box if it's on you. That's your cue for when you step under. 3 ticks after impact on the ball. So you want to be stepping under. A little bit of pog tank here. Fortunately, I brewed down as a result of getting hit by my NATO. Should never get hit by my NATO there. But a comfortable raid there, 22:45. We make it in plenty of time for kits. Any purples, any kits? Let's take a look.
Never.
I got herbs.
You recognize the Holy Scythe from earlier this week?
Holy sight. it's a good
I
time.
pulled this earlier with you, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Strokums.
Let's see. I mean, that was right. Any questions about the raid? Any questions about particular?
Yeah, I got a question. After yellows, right? You said is how many ticks for the next attack? 3?
6. So, after yellows, there's 3 ticks between yellows, and then as the last yellow makes impact, when Verzig moves, the first tick that she moves, she's eligible to move. If someone's adjacent to her, it's unlikely, but the first tick that she moves, after 6 ticks, you'd be clicking to step under, then clicking to attack. So if you were to attack the tick that you were able to, you'd be able to a second scythe off, then step under. I have a video kind of showing it. In the Learn Pog video, it basically shows all the timings for when you need to step under after specials. So if that explanation doesn't make a lot of sense and like a visual would help, I would recommend taking a peek at that when you get the chance. It basically is like after the last yellow lands, 6 ticks later, you can't be in melee range, or she'll wreck you with a melee. Anyway, any other questions?
At Zarpus, do you manually stop attacking once like the sheesh happens, even if you were attacking like when he wasn't looking at you? 'Cause that's I think that's how I died.
You ended up swinging the tick that he could turn. So it kind of depends. If what I would do is I would get as many swings before his first turn can go off as possible. So how do I put this? If you swing as he sheeshes, that swing plus one more swing is all you can get. If you swing 1 tick after he sheeshes, you can do that swing and one more. 2 ticks after he sheeshes, you could do that swing and one more. 3 ticks after he sheeshes, should be doing a claw spec and then a scythe. That's as many as you can get. If you don't have claws, then you should do just a scythe and one scythe and wait. Um, you can even do like a blowpipe fill or something if you're being really fancy, but that's kind of sweaty. Um, and then the idea is like the first tick he could turn, it's a random, right? He could turn any direction. So you just don't want to swing until you're sure he's not looking at you. And then once you're like, oh, he's not looking at me, then you swing and then basically hands up in the air. You don't do anything.
Okay.
Just be patient for it. It's pretty brutal as well if you die in those situations because it just kind of nukes your purple chance and it's like very preventable.
Got it.
Any other questions? Alrighty. Well, that is kind of our first raid of the day here. Do a little recap of some of the mistakes here, things that we might be able to clean up. I think for Soditseg we had a few prayer accidents. When these kinds of things happen, I recommend paying attention to your fundamentals. The big things are really watching for orbs splitting off people across from you. When you see those, it's a lot easier to pray against them and see them coming in advance. That's the big one. Verzik, our damage at Verzik was pretty decent. Just make sure that you're respecting Verzik's damage potential during P2. I had to call for some people to brew quite a bit there. Self-manage your health. Don't let it fall super low. If it does fall super low, it's okay to lose a few ticks healing up, making sure you're not standing in lethal. If you're trying to go for a speed run or something, that's fine. But in these raids where your damage presence during P3 is very relevant, you can really feel it when someone's missing, and that makes the enrage phase last so much longer, it makes the raid so much harder to complete. It's completely understandable in hard mode top 2. Respect that damage a little bit more than usual. And our P3 was actually pretty decent. We procced Nados during webs in a hard mode 5s on the east, which isn't too bad. Is there anything else I want to call out? I think no, that was most of it. The occasional bounce, occasional cabbage happened as well, but those kinds of things happen. Regardless, shout out to all you tobbers who liked the video. I like you. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy. We'll catch you in the next one. For all of you taking on the theater, good luck and have good raids. We'll see you around.